I'm Kate Duriel, a member of the Indian Committee, and I am speaking with William Penn's words, which are all around us as well. In 1681, he wrote to the Lenape before he arrived here, which he was going to name after his father. These are his words. There is one great God and power that hath made the world and all things therein, to whom you and I and all people owe their being and well-being. And one day we must give an account for all we do in this world. This great God hath written his law in our hearts. We are taught and commanded to love and help and do good to one another, and not do harm and mischief unto one another. I am very sensible in that time period I am aware of the unkindness and injustice that hath been too much exercised toward you people by others from my world. I am not such a man. I have great love and regard towards you, and I desire to gain your love and friendship in a kind, just, and peaceable life. I will shortly come to you myself, your friend William Penn. He arrived in late October in 1682. He met with the Lenape people at Shakamaxon, now called Fishtown. There beneath a majestic elm, he exchanged promises of perpetual friendship. These are his words. We meet on the broad pathway of good faith and goodwill. Get this. No advantage shall be taken on either side, but all shall be openness and love. We are the same as if one person's body was to be divided into two parts. We are all of one flesh and one blood. Chief Tamanend, who presented the Wampum belt to William Penn, Chief Tamanend of the Lenape answered very beautifully, "We will live in love with William Penn and his children as long as the creeks and rivers run, and while the sun, moon, and stars endure." These promises were not kept by European Americans with our native brothers and sisters. But this week we have been blessed to welcome Indigenous peoples from the Americas to our city. Philadelphia means the city of brotherly love. We hope to continue walking with you in peace and love and justice. Thank you very much for sharing your ideas with us.
Hi, I'm Paul Ricker, co-clerk of the Indian Committee, and I would like to give a final thank you. We have been so honored to have people of these original nations all together. We have honored the past. Yesterday there was a sunrise service at Penn Treaty Park where there was original great promise made of peace. Today we stand on land, as Betty mentioned. It was originally given by William Penn's grandson, so that visiting dignitaries from the original nations would have a place to stay. A lot of people don't remember that. I am so glad that this is brought out and we remember that today. So we honor the past, we remember the past, we must remember the whole story. We do not want to repeat the past. There were many things that were done that were wrong. We do not want to live in the past. We want to get past the past. We have written letters to the Pope. We have written letters to the archbishops. We have had articles published in the newspapers. This is a big issue that is getting a lot of attention, the doctrine of discovery. We must advocate for this to be removed from our legal system, for these people to be recognized for the sovereignty they have always had and deserved. So I will tell you that I have gotten mixed responses from the letters we wrote. Most of the people who complain say it happened a long time ago. Get over it. We would love to get over it. It still is alive, and that's what all these people, these human beings spoke to today. So I hope you will all join with us. I thank you so much. We are so humbled and honored you are here and work to get this doctrine of discovery, get it really in the past, bury it, and let us move together.
Before Steve briefly speaks, I want to say that I just hope that, you know, it's our hope that the Archbishop of Philadelphia, who is the son of Potawatomi, he is Potawatomi himself and was missionized, will hear these words that were spoken today.
Good morning, my name is Steve Newcomb. I'm Shawnee in Lenape, and I'm the co-founder and co-director of the Indigenous Law Institute. And I wanted to welcome you all this morning. And I want to say that William Penn came here with a title that was given to him by King Charles II. And it was a title called proprietor, meaning owner. And they gave him that title to their persons to perpetual slavery and to take away all their possessions and property. That's that claim of a right of domination. That's what we're trying to heal from. And when they say it's in the past, each and every one of us standing here today is a past present. We are a product of all our past experiences, and that also goes back ancestrally. So these are the things we're all trying to come together on and to heal. And it's unconscionable that Pope Francis would give canonization and sainthood to Junipero Serra, and our sister Angela spoke to that a little bit ago. And it's very important that those of us that speak to that who are not from the California nations acknowledge the 200 nations that are still existing and the people that are perfectly capable of speaking to that on their own. But I wanted to say, that I found it very interesting that yesterday, from all the reports, I did not see one indication that Pope Francis said anything of sympathy on behalf of all those thousands and thousands and thousands of ancestors of the nations of California that perished, that died in those missions. And I wondered why. And then I also remembered that Pope Alexander VI, he called sacred and praiseworthy the purpose sent to him by the King and Queen of Spain, which was to go forth with the Christian empire and to subject and reduce the barbarous nations. So perhaps they've given him sainthood because he was so good at carrying out and so effective at carrying out that sacred and praiseworthy purpose, as they called it, to subject and reduce the barbarous nations and bring them to the Catholic faith and Christian religion. I want to acknowledge all of the brothers and sisters that have come here from many parts of Great Turtle Island, ABYA, YALA, the eagle and the condor coming together spiritually, all of you here today. And I know that we can put our hearts and our minds together. As one of our Lenape elders told me, she said, we have two words in our language for the mind of the head and the mind of the heart. And we have to bring those into alignment. And when we do that, and we stand up tall and right and true and walk on that sacred path, then we're living a good life. So I thank you, Wanishi. Thank you very much.